Hey, hi. I am IT PhD and today we continue our adventures in C language. So in our past videos we learned some of theory and it's time to return back to our practical applying of this theory. So it's our game which we developed at our first lessons. In this game you could enter your name and then fight with the goblins to get some gold from them and then to run. Okay. Not a big deal, but today we would improve this game. So we have structure with the 3 files. Maybe we would change it to something else. And also, what I do not like actually that in our main file, we have here hello function, where we enter our name, but we do not have introduction. So let's take from hello function. Let's make it the only thing which it will do, it will ask you for the name. And afterwards, we will use this name, we will have history. What our character will do. So let's make more narrative in our game. So, hi. What do you want to do today? Go to the forest. So let's make it next line. Go to the forest to hunt goblins or to drink ale in the tavern. So yeah, now we would give a player more interesting choice. Before that he was just player was attacked by goblin, and now we would ask him what you want to do. And yeah, so it will be more proper, I think. And it would be not attack, but let's make it like H hunt or tavern. So our player will have 2 options, to hunt or to go to tavern to drink. So this gold which we get, we will be able to to spend on something useful, on L, of course. So if player used T, while player, it's our main loop, and here while player didn't use command to go to the tavern, he would be able to fight. So let's make it tavern. We need to rewrite it a bit. Hunt, continue hunting or go to tavern. So it would be H hunting and tavern. We would have 2 options, and if action was tavern, by the way, let's make it also work at big T, made so gold, it's enough to buy. And let's make a calculation how much L player will be able to buy with this gold. It's enough to buy %D, so we would put here a number, mugs of ale. Eek. Yeah, let's make it like hick. Like drunken hick. And max of ale will be, formula for max of ale I think will be like player gold. Let's make it like 3 gold per mug of ale. So Now in our functions, we need to check. Here you see, as we moved our bottle to separate function, we do not need to change anything here, so it will work. And the nickname too, it's the good thing when you move something from your main game cycle. So yeah, let's remove this comment, we do not need it. Oh, but yeah, it's actually good to have it. Like, don't forget to clear buffer. It's like for us. Let's start this game now. Okay, we have an error. Let's take a look. Oh my god, so much errors. Okay, I see. Yeah, you see, because of this typo. Let's go again. Okay, what is your name? Nick. Hi Nick, what do you want to do today? Let's go to the forest to hunt goblins, or drink ale in tavern. So we need also add spaces here, like this. And we could make it like this too. I think player will figure out that he would need to press T on or H. Okay, Nick. Hunt goblins or to drink ale in tavern. So if we would go to hunt goblins, we're getting our gold, and then we could go to tavern, and game exited too fast. So we want a player at least to take a look. To do so, easiest hack it's make get char actually, like this. So let's hunt first, and let's go to tavern. Okay, let's make 2 get chars. Okay, 2 get chars. Hunt, go to tavern. Okay, you made 15 gold. It's enough to buy 5 mugs of ale. Hick. Nice. It's something already. So we getting our gold not in a vain. Now what we want to do, we want to make a game loop which will allow us to give player a choice even after he already went to the hunt. So if player went to the hunt, and if player like won't then go to tavern, after he get to the tavern, let's give him chance to go back and fight. So to do so, we need simple thing. We need to add command E, which will be like it will be exit the game. Or maybe let's make this command S, like sleep, or let's make it like Q or quit. Yeah. So now this stuff we would move here. So if action T, then so we will put inside of our loop right nearby to the bottle, and in the end, if action was Q, then we will say that okay, you made so much gold today. We could also write like how much ale you drinked, you've made, and spend. Oh yeah, it's a bit overkill here in our simple game. It's easy to do, but I just don't want to bother about it. So let's make it more simple. Ending of the game. So you made certain amount of gold today. Good job. See you tomorrow. Yeah. So it will be like when player quits the game. We made it just a bit more simple. Now, so if player choose to go to the tavern, he must spend gold. So we wouldn't give him a possibility just to drink all ale at once. To do so, if he went to the tavern, we would need internal loop like we had for battle. Yeah. So player will be able to drink more and more ale, and if he would get drunk, so he would have some fun inside of the tavern. So let's make it. We will make a loop which we would call like tavern, yeah, function. Tavern, and we would put it here. Int tavern. We also would need player gold as argument for this function, so we would be able to spend this gold, of course. That's what we want to do. So tavern player gold. And also it's kind of the same thing. So our player gold, it will return player gold after we went to the tavern. Yeah, so it's kind of very simple. And we could make it not if, but if else, because only one choice will work. Yeah, it's kind of saving your computer resources, our player computer resources, because if the choice went there, this check won't bother to be checked. So it's better to do so. So here what we have. So we put here player gold. Now let's make a cost of ale. Ale mug cost 3 gold. Let's one ale mug cost 3 gold. Then by analogy, here we wouldn't have here some random stuff. We would simply kind of buy one L. So you've bought mug of ale for this gold, for 3 gold. Yes. Now you have %d gold left. So our player gold will be player gold equal to player gold minus 3. But the problem is what will be if player do not have enough gold left? What if player just do not have enough gold? Then we should kind of restrict possibility to buy L. Yeah. So if player gold more than 3, yeah, well, okay, more or equal to 3, then we do this print. Yeah. And then we return. player gold. And else, so if player has less gold, we would print that sorry, but you don't have enough gold to buy an ale. And sad smile. Let's try. Okay, we of course have some problems, and this is of course a function. We need to declare this function. And also, yeah, I made a typo. I wrote layer gold, not player gold. Let's take a look where it is. I even do not see it. Ah, okay, found. Okay, what's our name? Nick. Let's go to tavern first. We do not have gold to buy an ale, so what go next? Let's go hunt then. Okay, we're hunting and we killed a few goblins, which is nice. Let's go to tavern. We bought Mug of Ale for 3 gold. We bought another Mug of Ale, so now we could spend gold. Okay, now we do not have anything, so we need to go and kill more goblins. So yeah, our game it now makes sense. And if we would quit, you made 50 gold. It's alright. So you see, we made our game a bit more fun. I see some problems with some spaces. Let's make it. Yeah, here we need to add space. Yeah, it feels more funny. What else we could do now? Now when our program become even bigger, you see, we have more functions. We could make a kind of more proper model for this game. It's actually already fun to play it. We could enhance like fighting system. We could enhance different aspects of the game. It's just kind of lots of stuff which we could do. But let's now go into less maybe interesting thing, but more important for us to learn how to develop proper software. So the thing is that we have right now very big main loop. Actually, in some it's acceptable. There are a lot of programs which has just one function. It's just bad design, but it's possible to do. C language give you full freedom to write programs which you want. So you could just use one file, do not use any headers, and it will be all right. But actually, it's much easier to change stuff, to understand what's going on when you have models of your program. And actually, as I said to you before, it's fun to make our program a bit, but to have proper structure. So this global structure, where we have one global header, it's all right. It's possible to use it. But actually, it's better to use separate header file for each C function, for each C file, and also have headers, include libraries, especially for each file which you use, not to put them in one global file. So it's possible to do it, but yeah, modern approach to coding, it's kind of using separate headers, a lot of separate headers with extern function, with static stuff. So like you could make your, like you could control access to certain data, to functions, and it's kind of important in terms of security. Right now we're making like single player game, it's not so important, but when you, for example, create multiplayer game, which we will do later on, it will be important. So let's start. First of all, what I want to do, I want to make a main loop for the game. And to do so, we create a file which we would call main.c. Oh, not main, but game.c, of course. I'm sorry. Okay, so in game.c we would have our main loop. And if you create, you could just get used to it. Almost always you should create header file. We do not have header file for our main file right now, but actually if you would have like big projects, your main file will also, it's quite big probability that you will have some header files to store some command line argument stuff in there. So, but for now we do not need for main, but for game we will have. So what we'll have in our game loop, we will have there our main loop. So all programs, do you remember I told this concept that all programs, they basically work in a loop. So when you just start a calculator, why we have it on the screen, why it do not close? Yeah, because it's like a loop, while loop, or some other loops could happen, like do while or for. So and yeah, it's most certainly it's while, of course. So, and it's just going on very fast. That's it. So it's kind of how all program works. And we have loop 2, you see, this while. This is basically our main game loop, this small thing. And all thing here, it's kind of before loop, statements before loop, and we also better to put them away from main file. So best design, it's to have main loop with kind of one function, or there are several functions. With, if you have a big program, of course you will have a lot of stuff here, but for us actually it's totally all right to make it smaller. So let's just move all this stuff. Let's make our main like this. So we would have here one function. It's our main loop function game. That's it. We do because all this stuff here, yeah, why we should like store all this important data in main file. So it's better to move them to separate files. Why? Because there is a like scope term, and it's much safer to store data in different places. And also it will be faster to compile. So if you have models. So let's have it like this for now. And in our game.c we just put all this stuff simply for now. And we make it like int game void. We do not give any argument to this function, so it's void. And this function is also like return 0, so we would be able to catch some errors. Also we put here our header file, and in what we would have in this header file, we would have kind of stuff what we have here in global. Yeah, we would move it there. But for now, what we want, we could decide which variable here will be kind of global, which we would use everywhere, and which is should be local. So we see that actually, for example, action, it could be a local variable in this game loop. We do not need to make it accessible for function or anywhere. But for example, this variable player gold, we actually could make like external. We could make it global, or we could use. Right now we use local variables. Actually, it's good design to use local variables. But a nickname, it's certainly a variable which we could make global. So we could make it to our game.h file, and we would make it like extern. Extern keyword say that okay, we declare this variable here. We do not define it. We do not even allocate any memory to it. So we just say that okay, this variable, this name of this variable, it will be global. So now, if we want to use it somewhere, for example, here we want to use it, we just kind of define it like this. Yeah. And it's how it's done properly. Then we would call it from the hello function. Yeah. But yeah, if we do it like this, we also need, of course, to include this game age file, yeah, header file. And also we need to include this game age here. Why? Because we summon this function. And this function, it's, of course, should be defined in this game age, because it's kind of our IP. Do you remember I told that header files, it's kind of IP, your IP in C language. So we take our function here and we declare it like this. So now what's compiler basically doing at pre-processing, he copy all this stuff, and instead of this game age, he just passed it. Do you remember I told about it? So it's how we should do. So we have here game age, and important thing here that we also want to have our guards. Yeah, header guards. I made a video about it before, but it's very easy. So if game age didn't include it yet, create such empty macro. So how header guard will help? As we include this game age a lot of times, we could include it. So one file, if we would copy this variable, for example, a string variable, if we would copy this stuff twice at the same file, it will be bad. We would have mistake. So this header guard, it's a protection. So this stuff will be included only once per file. But please note that it wouldn't protect us if we would remove here extern, for example, and we include this file to the game and to the main, we would have like error, because we would have this variable, it will be declared twice. That's why we use extern to protect versus such problem. Now also let's rebuild our game. Yeah, it's quite tedious job to rework your program so much. I mean, sometimes it's much easier to write everything from the scratch. Yeah, but as we are learning right now, it's a very good experience for you to learn how to change stuff, like to understand how headers works. So let's make it. Now globals we rename to functions .h. Yeah, so global, we close global. Now we have very proper structure in terms of modern C language development. We have our main with a header and nothing what we do not need here. Then we have our functions where we have like actions. Yeah, we could even call it like action. Yeah, but here we have hello too. So okay, let's let it be functions for now. But we need to change global to functions. Functions. Okay. Then this stuff, it's all right. So it's for our functions. The only thing which we should change is here. It's not, by the way, kind of obligatory. Global will do too, but it's kind of more proper because we do not have globals for now. Now, as we use, so how now take a look at our game. Don't be hasty in such stuff when you just rebuild stuff. It's complex. So be careful and slow. We summon game function, which included here is declared. So everything all right. This function, game age, it summon this function, hello. And hello, we do not have definition anywhere, so we need to include functions.h. You see? Functions.h. So now, as we include in functions.h, we also include all these header files. We do not need to put them here. So let's try to compile our program, and we have some errors. Of course, it's all right. So first of all, we have like we do not know how the game do not know how to use get char, because here we use get char and we do not have stdlib here. So the thing is that actually, as I said, better to link each file, each C file should have like all header files, all libraries which he needs. So for example, in game C, we use here printf, so it's better to put it here, this standard library. And as we are not here, but yes, to the header file, of course, like this. So as we include this file to the main, this error should be all right. Yes. And now another error, which basically means, yes, I need also to add this file to the build. So in my past video, I told you about npp-exec. We customized it, so I use it for building right now. So how to do it? You go npp-exec, execute npp-exec script, and here you could make like put your make file. Like some people, they make batch file to compile everything with one hotkey. I use this tool for now just to show you how it's done. So basically, this npp-exec script. It's very fun. It show you if it has an error, then it show you console. So you see right now we do not have console. I compile, I have error, then I see console, because in most of the case I do not want to see console when I work. So that's why npp console is like hide it. Then we always save, automatically save our file before we do it. Then we delete our exec file, executable file, in case if it's already compiled, so we wouldn't run. If we fail, we wouldn't run it. Then it's our compilation, and here it's the place where we should add actually this game.c, so file which we added. And then we run it, and if our exit code it's a 0, everything all right. But if it's not, then we kind of show console. Yeah, it's very easy. So now let's save it, and let's write OK. Press OK. It's important to press OK, or it wouldn't work. OK. So now it works, you see. So we could go to tavern. Okay, no gold, so let's hunt a bit. And then we could go to tavern. And finally we could go to sleep. Nice. So yeah, now you see it works. Our new structure for our game. It looks fun. So I think for now it's all right. So now if I run the program and it works all right, I do not have a console window, you see. But if I'll put some rubbish into it and I'll run it, you see console window appears. So it's quite fun to use this exec. It's quite simple tool still. I mean, some IDEs, they of course they give you better experience, but I think it's good to learn with such in such Spartan environment when you just start. So thank you very much for watching. We will continue to improve this game in our next lessons, and also we'll try some other games and other programs to write from scratch. So don't go far away. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Hope to see your comments.